Does that look familiar to you?
Oh no, is this the issue I'm in?
That's the issue you're in.
How you get that, bro?
Oh, I'm a collector, man.
Oh, man. Oh my God.
So let's take a look. Do you
I
remember?
gotta take hella pictures of this.
Do you remember what they gave you?
Yeah, I said I was 17. The source phone mic that.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck because you don't go like that. You know what I'm saying?
So, back in the day when you peeled that open, how did you know? What was?
Man, I remember my first time seeing this, dog. I remember all my friends telling me they gave me a 4.
Bring back memories?
Yeah, bring back memories. I mean, I was proud of what I got. The Black Moon got a 4, so I'm like, dang.
It was like hella
I was
fours
really,
in the
I was really in my head, like, why everybody got a 4 in this magazine? That's what I remember thinking. But I also got to remember that it was, because look, here go Eric Sermon with a 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody who didn't last name Splat Pack got a 3.
LOG got 3.
LOG got a 3.
Yeah.
That's about right. I'm just keeping it real.
Right.
And so, I mean, for about the time, it was cracking. But really, I was like, dang, Saul's got a 4.5, and I got a 4. That's one thing I remember that I was thinking. But I accepted it, and I respected it. This is also the same magazine as the Leaders of the New School. So.
Did you feel like you made it at that point?
Because the source back in the day was like advance.
Right.
When I started getting my money, I felt like I made it. But yeah, this was a stepping stone in my career. But again, my album is rated by the people as a 5. They call it a hip hop classic today. Nobody say my shit is slamming and definitely satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? So the source even messed up here.
Right.
I mean, I'm just keeping it real. And in regards to my first album, Fear Itself, I've done 10, 12 albums since then. But I have people walk up to me, even tonight at the show, somebody gonna walk up and be like, yo, your first record. And I'm not taking that away from myself. That's a milestone I set.
Right.
But I'll be like, man, that shit stick with people so tough. They don't even listen to nothing you did afterwards. They just be like, the impression that it made on them in high school was a classic impression, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So, any thoughts as far as your album went? Like, did you think you should have came out with more singles, or would you have came out with something different?
I wouldn't do nothing. I mean, honestly, if I had to do a redo, I'd go back and not be a rapper with so much standards and so much principle in my artistry. When art meets commerce, something got to give. And at 43 right now, sitting here, I'm like, man, I could have situated. I mean, because you just got a little bit of time on earth, and that time ain't to be spent dealing with your own principles that don't matter once you're gone. I could have spent that time setting up, building generational wealth. I'm talking about, like, I'll exploit y'all little weak system. What? Hokey-dory songs. Yeah, hokey-dory songs. Go all the way to the top, and every seed that comes from me, therefore, afterward, would be like, why am I born into so many riches? Like, what did someone do in the past to make it so good for my family? That could have been me. It still can be me, but I'm saying with a springboard like corporate, when a corporation want to put $250,000 behind whatever you're doing, that's a healthy springboard into, you could possibly springboard into riches or possibly even wealth if you make the right moves. So sometimes I felt like a lot of my standard in wanting to be this type of an MC and never wanting to be looked at in a different light, it limited my ability to exploit or capitalize off my talent a bit. Because, you know, you're supposed to be the witty one, right? So why can't you be more versatile instead of limiting yourself into a box like I only rap to boom bap beats?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what are your best memories of creating that album?
Of creating that album? It was just the promotion from being a hobby artist to a real artist. And that just means having some financial backing behind you. You're still the same person, but now when you want to do something, stuff moves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to do something, you got the funds to do it. And so that's another thing about freedom. You got physical freedom, and you can't even negotiate physical freedom. So unless you're gonna walk from here to New York, you gotta have some financial freedom too. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be limited in thinking you experiencing freedom, but you can't do nothing that you want to do. So once I started getting financial freedom that felt a little bit different. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, my friends would just propose things, and I would be like, we could do that right now, you know? Let's go.
Right.
And cats would be like, oh, shucks. But I wound up spending 10 grand trying to fulfill that, you know what I'm saying, that whatever it was. But that was one of the most changing moments in becoming an artist or whatever.
Do you plan on touring for the 25th anniversary of the album?
I might as well.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm not into that, bro. Let me say something. I don't even like the word anniversary in hip hop. I be telling my crew, hey yo, we put that word in hip hop. Nobody used to celebrate anniversaries, and I'm way rawer than I was back then. I'm just keeping it all the way 100. So if anybody stuck on you know what I did back then, I'd be like, let me just give you a bar right now.
Right.
So at the point in time, 43, at that point in time, I'll probably be like 45. I ain't gonna be one to go spit no record that I did 30 years ago. I'm gonna do it because it's mine. But I mean, if they ain't receptive to no new music, what I would really like to do is put out more music up until that 25th anniversary and go out doing new and old songs. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Word up.